What's up, dude? Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this series where I talk about crime cases from all 50 states, we are moving on to Connecticut, and we're talking about Hadley Palmer, who is a mother of 4 children. She's 53 years old when this case takes place. She was married to Bradley Palmer, the founder of Palm Ventures, which is an investment firm. He founded it in 2019, and I think it's really funny that their names are Hadley and Bradley. Literally, I would go by Brad because Hadley and Bradley, it sounds like your siblings. Anyways, Hadley's father was also a hedge fund founder, Gerald Fine. So she comes from money and she married money. So she was a socialite, which, good for her. We love a boss babe. Hadley and Bradley's family lived in a multi-million-dollar Greenwich mansion, and it was along the shore. So they had, like a beachfront property, and my light just died. This is going to consistently happen. Sorry. The couple is currently in the process of getting divorced, and by the end of this case, you will understand why. Bradley is also seeking sole custody of their younger child, who is underage. They also have 2 older children, but they are, 18 plus years old. I'm not mentioning any of their names because it literally has nothing to do with this case. Hadley was charged with voyeurism, which is the practice of gaining sexual pleasure from watching others when they are naked or engaged in sexual activity. We are just now going with my desk lamp, so enjoy that lighting, please. Sorry, I don't know what my deal is, but I'm just like very grumpy. I want to get more videos done, but like I'm just in a weird mood. So the fact that my light isn't working is really agitating me. But we are powering through and we are rolling through more video. The charges allege that Hadley filmed someone who was either naked or in their underwear with the intent to arouse or satisfy the sexual desire of such person, the defendant, or any other person, according to the New York Post. There were 3 individuals that she did this to, and one for sure was unfortunately a minor. I also read that all of them were minors, but that's not confirmed. I'm just letting you know that for sure one was in fact a minor. On January 19th of 2019, she pled guilty in State Superior Court in Stamford to 3 counts of voyeurism and 1 count of risk of injury to a minor as a part of a plea deal with the prosecutors, according to the Stamford Advocate. She was originally arrested in 2018 on additional charges that include employing a minor in an obscene performance, which is a Class A felony, conspiracy to employ a minor in an obscene performance, and second-degree child pornography, according to police. The case has been sealed from the public, so it is kind of hard to get details on this, and the details that we do get don't make a ton of sense. So this is like my best attempt at making this case make sense for you guys. Between 2017 and 2018, the defendant knowingly photographed, filmed, and recorded certain individuals without their knowledge or consent, and under circumstances where those individuals were not in plain view and had a reasonable expectation of privacy, and at least 1 photograph taken by the defendant depicted a person who was a minor. Blowy wrote in a February 1st ruling that supported sealing Palmer's file. This was obtained by the Stamford Advocate. Now, he is a I just blanked on the word. He's an attorney for one of the defendants. So the case is sealed to protect several victims' identities, and it is because they're minors. However, I also wouldn't be surprised if it's because Hadley comes from an affluent family and they want to avoid the public knowing more about this. If this was just about minors' safety, I would understand, but the fact that Hadley is a rich woman and comes from a very prominent family, I'm kind of suspicious. After she was arrested on October 22nd of this year, her case was sealed. Hadley's team wanted the case sealed, and the attorneys representing the victims agreed it was a good idea, which ultimately, again, because there's minors involved, I do think it was a good idea. Under the plea deal, Hadley is facing a sentence of between 90 days and 5 years in prison and has to register as a sex offender, which I think is amazing. She absolutely should have to. She started serving the minimum required 90 days on February 4th in the York Correctional Institution, which is the state prison for women in, I know I'm going to butcher this name, Niantic. Sorry. It's even an American place, and I know I butchered the name. 83-year-old Greenwich psychologist Dr. Jerome F. Broadley was arrested in connection to the case. He was charged with failing to report abuse, neglect, or injury of a child. Both Hadley and Jerome applied for accelerated rehabilitation, which is the accelerated rehabilitation program is a Connecticut court diversionary program that allows first-time offenders to have their criminal charges dismissed. Using a diversionary program is not an admission of guilt. The Accelerated Rehabilitation Program, aka AR, is a very commonly used diversionary program. However, Hadley's attorney had withdrawn the application. I'm not 1,000,000% sure why. Maybe just because it looks better that she didn't apply for it? I don't know. Hadley has since been released from prison for serving the 90 days, and that's about all we know about this case, because again, it's sealed, so kind of hard to learn much more about it. But all my case sources are linked down below. If you guys would like to read more about this case, I absolutely encourage you to do so. If you discuss it in the comments, please keep it respectful. You know, there's real people involved in this case. But other than that, that is it for me today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with another True Crime Courier video. Bye, guys.